Okay, so as promised, I'm going to also work out the second example. And notice that this is not equal to 0 at the very beginning. So I'm just going to take everything to the left-hand side. We can take it to the right-hand side, but it's best if this number is positive. It just makes it a little bit easier in the problem-solving process. So I'm going to move everything else over. We're going to subtract 6x. We're also going to add 1. So we're going to get 6x squared minus 6x plus 1 equals 0. A is going to be the number in front of x squared, and it actually has x this time, so that's cool. So A is going to be 6. B is the number in front of x, so that's going to be negative 6. And then C is going to be the constant on the end, which is positive 1. So now we can begin singing our song and writing out our formula. So it starts out negative b, negative b. So I'm going to make that a positive 6. Then it goes plus or minus square root, plus or minus square root. So I'm going to do plus or minus square root, b squared minus 4ac, b squared minus 4ac. So b squared minus 4 times a times c over 2a over 2a. Okay, and this is all going to be equal to x. So that is the important part, is a lot of people don't realize that you're actually solving for x whenever you do this. So here we are solving for x. All right, now everything inside of the radical, I'm going to type that into Desmos just like before. So I'm just going to highlight that. And then I'm also going to simplify 2 times 6. So we're going to have 6 plus or minus the square root of, and we're going to figure out what that is right now. So let's go in here. Negative 6 squared minus 4 times 6 times 1. Okay, so we're going to get 12 inside of that radical. So let's go back. That is equal to 12. And then this is all going to be divided by 6 times 2, which is 12. Okay, you would think that we are done, but 12 inside of a radical can actually be simplified. So we are going to make another factor tree and see if we can't reduce that thing a little bit. So I'm writing the number inside of the radical, trying to reduce that 12 and see if I can pull anything out. So we have 12, and just making a little factor tree. You can do any factors that you want. The main thing is that you want to get down to prime numbers. So let's start with 3 and 4, just cause. And now 4 can be reduced into 2 and 2. And just bringing down the 3, you can see that the 2's are a pair, so I'm going to bring out a 2. But the 3, unfortunately, is all by himself, so he's going to have to stay inside of the radical. Poor, sad, lonely number 3. So we're going to have 6 plus or minus. The 2 is going to come out of the radical. The 3 is going to stay inside of the radical, and this is all going to be divided by 12. Okay, we're almost done, except the 3 numbers that I was talking about before, the 6, the 2, and the 12 are all divisible by 2. And the 2, I just want you guys to know, it is a part of that radical right there. So this is one number, 2 root 3. So that is why you don't mess with the root 3 on the inside. So we can reduce this. We're going to get x equals 6 divided by 2 is 3. 2 divided by 2 is 1, so we're actually just going to get plus or minus the square root of 3. And then 12 divided by 2 is 6. Now looking at this, it seems like you could divide everything by 3, but there actually is not a number in front of here that you could divide by 3. So if I divided this root 3 by 3, it would just be root 3 divided by 3, which isn't the prettiest, so we're just going to leave it like this. And just for fun, let's write out our 2 different answers just so we can get used to knowing that this is 2 answers. X equals 3 plus the square root of 3 over 6, and x equals 3 minus the square root of 3 over 6. Okay, I am going to stop this video and going to go to example number 3. So stay tuned. And I'm going to stop recording this time the right way. So goodbye.